Well, the BBC isn't the only institution facing allegations about Jimmy Savile. Also carrying out investigations are organisations that cared for some of the most vulnerable people in society, including the most secure hospital in the country. At Stoke Mandeville and Leeds General, Jimmy Savile was given a bedroom and an office. At Broadmoor, Britain's high-security psychiatric hospital, he got his own set of keys. One former patient says the presenter was able to do exactly as he liked amid a conspiracy of silence. You may find some parts of this report from our social affairs editor, Jackie Long, distressing.
Broadmoor High Security Mental Hospital, home to some of the most disturbed people in the country. And DJ and TV personality Jimmy Savile was given the run of the place. Stephen George, who since had a sex change operation, was a 17-year-old girl when he says Savile sexually assaulted him.
He started just coming in and plonking himself down and watching Top of the Pops with us on Lancaster Ward 1, which is where the incident happened. He was able to sit in front of the sofa on the floor and hide what he was doing, which he put his hand straight up my nightdress, and we weren't allowed to wear pants. So I was, unfortunately I could do nothing. I couldn't stop him, because Broadmoor staff would have punished me if I stood up and said what he was doing. They wouldn't have believed me, and they would have just punished me.
Jimmy Savile didn't have any trouble getting access to the high security unit. In fact, he had his very own special set of keys.
Because I remember his keys were gold coloured and the staff's were just silver coloured. And it was like bowing and scraping to him as if he was some kind of god. But he was a DJ. What was he doing completely free in a top security mental hospital?
What was he doing? Well, at one point, he was actually running the hospital. This is how his appointment was reported at the time.
Dr. John Hamilton was replaced as medical director, and the 15-member board of management disbanded. The running of Broadmoor was effectively given over to a 5-man task force, headed by none other than Jimmy Savile.
His leadership strategy for Broadmoor at one with his image as a man of the people.
We are a great listening hospital. We listen to people. I listen to nurses, I listen to doctors, I listen to porters, I listen to drivers, I listen to everybody. We've turned into a great listening hospital.
And it was that powerful, trusted image which won him access to vulnerable young people. And no one, says Stephen George, was listening to them.
We were perfect victims, because in a place like Broadmoor, immediately people say, well, you're mad, you're bad, you're a nutter, therefore we don't believe anything you say. And that's exactly my experience.
Broadmoor was not the only NHS institution which allowed Jimmy Savile extraordinary access to wards. Former patients at Stoke Mandeville Hospital and Leeds General Infirmary have come forward claiming he sexually assaulted them. All three institutions say they are cooperating with police inquiries, but as yet are not carrying out investigations of their own. But there are, for many, questions to answer.
Those that actually knew, and there were people who knew exactly what he was doing, they're the ones, they should be in court. Because if you want to catch paedophiles, and not just him, all of them, they're always enabled. 9 times out of 10, people know. And it's those, the people who sit in silence, they're as bad as he is. And the people that gave him the access, they knew. Not every individual knew, but those that did were turning a blind eye to creating victims. And I just get so mad that those people are still having their lives, drinking champagne, living good lives. Some of us are not.
As allegations of abuse by Savile grow, pressure mounts on all the institutions involved. The Department of Health say they're leaving it to the police for now. But like the BBC, will they too be forced to change their mind?
Jackie Long, and you'll find a lot more about the Jimmy Savile affair on our website, channel4.com/news.